Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Today we will see labor mix variance. Yes, one problem I'll show you, but you will have a good understanding about this. Formula you need to remember, a little bit confusing and compared to the other formulas. This you need to focus a little bit and calculations also. One problem I am taking it here. So problem is very big, try to watch it in your computer. Now see the problem. Before going to the problem, let me tell you the formula. Labor mix variance. The formula is here revised standard hours minus actual hours, both will be in brackets, into standard rate. Revised standard hours, how do we calculate? For that there is a formula. Revised standard hours is equal to standard hours into total actual hours. Please remember, total actual hours by total standard hours. So with this formula you will get revised standard hours. Once if you get it, the rest of the things like actual hours and standard rate both are given in the problem only. This is important point in labor mix variance. Now let's get into the problem. Now here is the problem. The standard labor composition and actual labor composition engaged in 10 weeks for a job are as under. So here what is given? Standard and actual. Standard actual, what is this standard actual? Grade of A, B, C. 3 grades are there. 3 grades related information. Number of workers are given. Okay. And weekly wage rate 80, 70, 50. Weekly wage rate is given. Number of workers of actual workers and standard workers, and this is 50, 60, 10, and weekly wage rate is 70, 75, 60. And downside they are saying this work is actually completed in 12 weeks. Expected how many weeks? 10 weeks they have expected. But it is completed, actual completed in 12 weeks. Here what is given to us here? Number of workers is given. This is standard rate is given, but standard hours are not given. Standard hours not given, standard rate is here. This is standard rate. Workers but not hours. We have to calculate hours. In the same way, actual workers are given and weekly wage rate means actual rate. Actual rate, standard rate is given. We need to prepare a table. Why do we need to prepare the table? Means because to know the total actual hours, total standard hours are needed, and also there is actual hours and standard hours both are not given. So to know that we are preparing one table. So this is the table I already prepared, calculation of various labor variances. Now grade wise I have put it in one column, and standard hours. Standard hours, how do we get? Standard hours are not given. Standard rate is given, standard hours are not given. How do we get standard hours? So standard hours is workers into how many weeks are there? 10 weeks. Each worker is working for 10 weeks. So if you calculate 40 into 10, you will get standard hours. So 40 into 10 you got standard hours. In the same way, 50 into 10 standard hours of B. Now see, 30 into 10, 300 you got it. And standard rate as it is, whatever is given I have written over there. In the same way, for now first we have calculated standard cost. Standard cost means standard hours into standard rate multiplied. 400 into 80, 32,000. 500 into 70, 35,000. 300 into 50, 15,000. Up to here, I'll write double column. Up to here, standard is over. In the same way, now coming to the actual hours we have to calculate, like we have calculated standard hours and actual hours. How do we calculate? Number of workers into actual completed weeks are 12. That was 10 weeks. So we have multiplied with 10. Now actually it is 12 weeks. So 15 to 12. It comes to 600 for A grade. In the same way, 16 to 12. 720 for B grade, and 10 into 12, 120. Standard hours. Once if you get the standard hours, actual rate is already given, 70, 75, 60. Actual rate, okay, 70, 75, 60, that's written. Now total actual cost, 600 into 70, 42. 720 into 75, 54,000. 120 into 60, 7,200. Like you got this table. Once if you prepare this table, it will be easy for us to calculate the labor mix variance. What is the formula for labor mix variance? Revised standard rate minus actual hours into standard rate. Okay, the same formula I have written. First, what we need, anyway this actual hours and standard hours we have in this table. Revised standard hours we have to find out. To find out revised standard hours, this is the formula. So as per this formula, for grade A we have calculated revised standard hours. Revised standard hours for grade A. So what is the formula? Standard hours. Standard hours means here it is 400. So 400 is written into total actual hours. Total actual hours are this one, 1400 written, divided by total standard hours. Total standard hours means 1200. So 1200 is written over there. Like you got, if you calculate it, you are getting 480. In the same way for B. B is here, what is this 400? Standard hours. Standard hours are here. Here A grade 400 we have written. For B grade 500. And this is same as it is. So you are getting 600. In the same way for B, C it is here 300. 300 is written. This is as it is. So you are getting answer of 360. Once if you get revised standard hours, now put it in the formula. What is the formula? Revised standard hours into actual hours into, revised standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. So for A, B, C separately I have done. Now first one is that revised standard hours. Revised standard hours of A is 480. 480 is written. Minus actual hours. Actual hours are here 600. 600 into standard rate. Standard rate is here 80. This is for A. This line. Okay. You are getting answer of 9600 unfavorable. In the same way for B, you are getting 8400 unfavorable, and for C grade you are getting 12,000 favorable. Am I clear? Confused? Practice it. Watch this video once again, practice it, remember this formula first, main thing. So this is okay, revised standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. But revised standard hours, how do we calculate? This formula you have to be careful. Revised standard hours into total actual hours by total standard hours. That's it. Take a screenshot or note down. By this we have completed today labor variances. There is labor yield variance also. I am not finding the proper problem. So that is why I am omitting it. If you find it in your textbook, now as per my material, so I am not finding it. I am following Management Accounting, R.K. Sharma, Shashike Gupta, Kalyani Publications. So I am not finding proper one for the material yield variance. Okay. The rest of all the variances, labor variances we have covered successfully. Am I clear? In the coming classes we'll see more managerial accounting related topics. Stay connected. Don't forget to share these videos. Practice well and have a bright career. Good luck.